All right, good morning, Professor Ginsburg and the rest of the class. Hope you guys had an absolutely amazing summer. I missed all of you and I'm ready to get back to it. Today I'll be talking about the book Teach Like a Pirate by Dave Burgess and the tools and techniques that I can pull from this book and apply to my physical education class. So first, I just want to get a little brief overview of what I thought of the book. One, I thought the book was highly motivating. This book definitely motivated me to become a better teacher, a better educator, um, and to just continue to try to get better and better and better and get new ideas to motivate my students to succeed in class and in life. I thought the book was informative, inspiring, and most of all, enlightening. This book is filled with information that any teacher can use and apply in their subject area. And so I definitely will be passing this on to other physical education teachers so that they can be inspired and apply a lot of what this book has to offer to their classrooms. So one of the first things I thought, one of my favorite chapters actually, was the rapport, building rapport with your students. One of the things that I took away was spending informal time with my students. And so one of the ways I'm going to be able to do that in my physical education classes, on the way over to the field or to the gym or to the basketball courts, the tennis courts, or wherever we're headed to for the lesson, it's an opportunity for me to talk to students and see what's happening in their lives. What are they doing? What are their interests? And kind of get a better understanding of my students and the life that they're living. The next is to provide an opportunity for students to get to know you and their peers. So I'll be doing this at the beginning of the year. I'm definitely going to set aside time in class for icebreakers and opportunity for students to get to know each other and, most importantly, get to know me. Lastly, an attempt to persuade students they will be successful in my class. So my goal at the beginning of this year is to persuade my students that they will succeed in my class, and that as long as they put the work in to the class, they will succeed. And I will give them an understanding and a template on the ways that they can do that. Moving on to hooks that I definitely will be taking away from this book. There's many more that I got out of it, but these are the two that I really enjoyed. The one is the Techno Whiz hook. When you think of physical education, you really don't think of the incorporation of technology, and I think Valhalla does great at this, and I think I can even take it to the next level in incorporating technology within physical education, whether that be through their Chromebooks or through their cell phones using specific apps, fitness apps, and things like of that nature. I think I can definitely get kids kind of hooked on that Techno Whiz idea and concept. The next is the use of music, so the music hook. Currently, last semester, we did not use music, but I think I definitely will be implementing music in every aspect of my class, whether that be warm-ups before our physical activity, whether that be runs or cardio run days, or just on a sports activity day where students are maybe playing tennis or basketball or volleyball, whatever we're doing, there's music to kind of highly motivate these students to participate. And then the part of enjoyment as well. Students love music, especially their music that's appropriate, of course, that they can kind of get motivated to do well and participate within class. This absolutely was one of my favorites, and I did this before reading this book, but this kind of reassured me that what I was doing was right. Is the incorporation of LCLs. The first takeaway was reframing the content and its value and relevance to their lives. I continually do this in physical education, telling them that exercise is not just running. It could be a sport, it could be swimming, it could be tennis, it could be kayaking, whatever it may be. This is a great way to get fit and to get healthy within their life as they get older. The next is applying content to their health and fitness and its long-term effects. So teaching my students that what they're doing now is going to affect them in the long term. And last but not least, make it worth it. Make it worth the investment and effort. I gotta motivate students to understand that physical education, you don't want to just get an A, but there's something that you're going to take out of it. Something that's going to be a lesson that you're going to use for the rest of your life. And what better to improve on than your health? My 5 big takeaways. First is do not be afraid to fail. I think one of the number one reasons why people don't succeed or attempt to be successful is because they're afraid to fail. One of the quotes that I took away from LeBron James is, "Don't be afraid of failure. This is the way to succeed." And I think this is one of the big takeaways to be a happy teacher and a successful teacher 5 years from now. The next is take a leap of faith. We have to take that leap of faith and say, you know what, I have to believe in what I'm doing is correct. And if I fail, I fail. But sometimes we have to take that leap of faith. Next is don't wait till the time is perfect. We may say to ourselves, this may not be the class to do this lesson with, or this, we don't have the resources or the materials or the support from the administration to do this. It's not the right time. I always say today is always the right time. Start today. Today is the moment. And so we as teachers need to understand that we just need to take risk and act now. We need to stay focused. I know sometimes we can get distracted by outside sources, whether that be our family, what's going on with our lives, or other students or administration, or whatever it may be. We need to stay focused on what our goal is and continue to drive and get better as teachers. And then we can't let the critics steal our soul. To avoid criticism, do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. If we sit back and are afraid of how others are going to see us, we will never act. We need to have blindfolds on and be focused and say, whatever I'm going to do, I believe in it. People will always criticize us as teachers. Whether they believe we're doing something right or wrong, we will always be criticized. And we need to be able to stay focused and not let these outside critics distract us from being the best educators we could possibly be for our students. I think all these key points are points that are going to make us better teachers, and most importantly, better individuals. Our success is our students' success, and so we need to make sure that we're reminded by these key concepts, key ideas daily, so we can be the best teachers we can possibly be. This book was absolutely amazing, Professor Ginsberg. I will highly recommend this book to the future students at SDSU, and I hope that I can continually implement what Dave has written in this book. Thank you guys so much, and have a great week.